Hello, boys, girls, and MBs. Welcome back to the stream. We are going to be talking about, as you see from the title, Ethan Klien of the H3 podcast has lost the lawsuit as expected. It is not to anyone's surprise, but that's not the only thing we're going to be covering. There's a lot going on in the world of the internet. I've recently found this out right here that I didn't set up my stream properly, but NMP Lol has a whole thing with his divorce. We'll get into that. We also need to get into the fact that I didn't fix my damn camera. Why don't I just fix it and then you guys can see me? There we go. And then I wanted to talk about this. I thought it was really funny. First thing, let's see, did I bookmark it? Ah, shoot, I ruined it. But there's a thing where Asmongold says something quite insane. In fact, that's not the only insane thing that he said. Asmongold also recently reacted to this couple who recently found out that they had a Down syndrome child. And yeah, they didn't have the best reaction to that. We'll get into that in a little bit, and Asmongold's reaction, all right? And then we'll get into the NMP Lol thing. Also, there's something that happened on 290, which is a highway in Illinois, that was fucking insane, and I have to talk about this because I cannot believe it. Also, dude, my ADHD, my stimming is my ADHD is terrible. I haven't streamed in a while. I kind of forgot. Also, we've got special guests. That's right. That's right. You saw him in the thumbnail. Let me turn the music down. I feel like I'm trying to talk over the music. Right? I need to turn the music down so I'm not talking over it. I forgot how to stream. God damn, I'm washed. Holy. All right. Check it out. All right. We got... What up, Ryan? How are you? Good to see you in here. Also, we got Crackit, and I'll show you guys the guests that are here. All right, we got one time. Look at that. All right, we're still drinking the same stuff. All right, but let's show you guys the guests, and let's get into the drama after we show you the guests. All right, check it out. I got a little treat for them, so they come over here. You guys ready to meet the guests? You ready? This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. They may never be on this stream ever again. And that's not a joke. They're older dogs. I don't know what their life expectancy is like. I hope they hang around for a long time because they're pretty healthy as is. But there's not really another reason why they're going to hang out at my house in the next handful of years at this particular hour. So you guys may only see them for once in a lifetime, all right? You ready? Check it out. All right. Come here. Zoe, you want a treat? Look at this. Let's do it. All right. See if I can kick up the light and then you guys can see them better. All right, there we go. All right, come here, girls. Come here. Look at this. Come here, Zoe. You want a treat? Come here, Zoe. Come here. Now I'm here. Here for the camera. Look at this. Oh, sit. Oh, good girls. All right, that's Zoe. This is Ruby. All right, paw. Can you give me your paw? Oh, good girls. Look at these two. You gonna say hi? You gonna say hi to the stream? Say hi. Look. Say hi. Say hi to the camera. Say hi, Zoe. Say hi. You girls wanna say hi? You wanna say hi to the camera? Are you getting a little camera shy? You girls getting camera shy? Look at these two. Look at how cute they are. Look at that. this camera needs to do a better job of focusing on dogs. The camera's dogophobic. Look at that. It needs to be better focused on the dogs. There we go. Who's in the chat? We got Harrison. What's up, Harrison? New chatter. You are in for a once-in-a-lifetime stream. Look at this one. Look how cute she is. Zoe Boxer. What are you doing, Zoe Boxer? Ah. Look at... Here, I'll move my chair. You can see... Look at this. You can see little Zoe over here. I kick up the focus a little bit. And kick up the light. They're like 8. I've commented here, I'm more of a lurker. Hell yeah, thanks for coming in for this stream. We're gonna get into the drama. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world of the internet, and I just came back to the internet too. I'm fresh and back. Took a little break from the internet, and I'm on dog duty this week. I'm watching my folks' dogs. So I don't know that these two will ever be on stream again. But thanks for hopping in. We got a fun little night ahead of us. Oh, I know. Look at the camera. Look. They want to see your face. They want to see your face, okay? Show your face. So freaking cute. All right. That's enough of doggy fun time. Enough of doggy fun time, okay? Maybe we can have more fun later on. More fun with the dogs later on. Oh, the fan went out. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Number 5, and then light off. Alright, 5. I want setting 5, god damn it. Come on. Alright, there we go. Woo, this light's bright. Ay. Alright, there we go. Let's see. Mood, I got a second job, so I've been out of the loop online too. Damn. That's... You know what? Respect. Busting your ass, hustling. I can respect that, because that's kind of why I went offline too. I was working a lot, and I was doing life, you know? Life offline gets good. Even sometimes... when you don't tend to go offline. But I think a little bit coming back to online is good for the soul. It's where we all congregate. We all got some time to kill, and we find out what's happening in the world, in this evil world. All right, did my mouse just die? Okay. For real, shoot. I don't know. I went offline for a little bit, and I realized there was a lot of grass to touch. A lot of friends to catch up with, a lot of work to be had, a lot of zeroing in. So I came back to a disaster. I mean, shit, look at this. Came back, NMP lols, got a divorce situation to handle here. We got this couple who's insane for having an abortion because of their, Jesus Christ, that'd be terrible, that was clip, having an abortion because they found out their baby had Down syndrome, so we'll get into that. And of course, the Asmongold React classic. We got the Denims lawsuit. We'll get into that. And then, oh, maybe we'll get into this. There's the teen takeover situation. I don't know some weird shit's been happening in Chicago with that. Maybe we'll get into that. Big maybe. But let's start with this. This is speaking of lifing. This is what's lifing in my good old state of Illinois. the city of Chicago. This is one of our big highways. Check it out.
Coverage on a breaking story that we've been following since this morning. Good evening. I'm Allison Rosati. Stephen Holt has the night off. The Eisenhower Expressway still shut down since just after 10 o'clock this morning.
Okay, I'll give you a quick lowdown. There was today cops in a circle on the highway, and the cops set up a tent, and apparently there's a bomb squad on the highway. I don't know what in the freaking hell is going on, but
For an investigation that's centered around one singular car. We're gathering new details, but there are still a lot of questions. Let's begin with NBC5's JC Navarrete live in Westchester with what things look like at this hour. JC.
Hey there, Allison. Yeah, this breaking story continues to develop. If you do take a look behind me, you'll see that car is now gone. The tow truck has taken it, but it still is very much an active crime scene. And I was just talking with Todd, our photographer, about this.
This is an update. So there was a car they had with the hood open and all the doors open.
The car may be gone, but the feds, the FBI, just set up a table here, and we're still...
I'm sorry. Something is really funny about the guy saying the feds. Like, I feel like the feds is what I say when I'm talking to my friends and talking about cops in a derogatory way, which they deserve to be talked about in that fashion, by the way. But I usually say the feds. It's just really funny to hear a news reporter say the feds.
Seeing a lot of debris on the roadway. We are still seeing a lot of evidence markers, still seeing a lot of broken glass here on the outbound lanes. We are seeing the...
Bro, there were people that were like getting out of their car and like walking through the damn woods to get out and go to a store and get food and like use the restroom and shit. I saw a separate video of that on Facebook today.
The both lanes, I should say, still completely shut down, but the spillway has reopened for inbound traffic.
I wonder why they're here. Let me see if I can find the other video that I saw of this. Let's see, 290 bomb squad. See if I can show you guys the actual thing here. Because this shit was fucking insane. I'm not even, like, this is like, I don't usually give a crap about any of this stuff. But I'm sorry, this was truly, like, cooked.
So this was an explosion in a vehicle in westbound 290 west of Mannheim Road. Unfortunately, we have confirmed from Sky 5 that there is a body inside that vehicle. About 10 minutes ago, the Cook County bomb unearthed.
Yo! That's crazy. That is truly insane. I mean, holy hell. Holy Toledo.
Crews set up on the Eisenhower east of Mannheim Road. They just approached that vehicle with caution. Now, with protective equipment on, they are now thoroughly investigating this vehicle. 3 members.
So a bomb was in there, apparently, and there was a body in there.
Of the Cook County Bomb and Arson Squad, they're investigating the vehicle. You can see that right now. Again, this is westbound 290.
Let's unpack this a little bit. You first saw this, I'd say, roughly about maybe 40.
Instead of a minute or two ago, they walked very cautiously.
I think they popped the hood. Yeah, right here.
On First Avenue, and then it kind of moves better at that time.
That's crazy. That's some insane shit. All right, let's move past this. I cannot believe it, man. Should we get into the... Oh, boy. All right, let's try to do a shorter thing first. All right. YouTuber Jesse Ridgway and his wife revealed they had an abortion after learning their unborn baby had Down syndrome. I don't know why. Maybe this is like not good on my part, but I've always suspected that there's people out there in this world that do that, and I think that's fucking insane. Like, that's literally probably one of the more insane things you can do. Straight up. I'm sorry. It's just... It is. It's fucking insane. There's not really many more words I have for that.
Here we go. So we're going to see the result. I have to download the official report. Abnormal insight result. Consistent with trisomy 21. No.
What is it? Wait. Where are you seeing this? Oh.
No.
Let me see. I can't see it.
It says abnormal insight result. Follow-up showed 3 chromosome 21 signals consistent with trisomy 21 Down syndrome. Genetic counseling is recommended. Pattern consistent with trisomy 21. Hey. Not the result we wanted to see, guys. I started to get kind of a not good feeling. Just
wait a minute. So are they just finding this out? Like, I'm assuming this is a live reaction. So we're a third of the way through, and so they must in. What? What do you want? Ruby, look at Ruby. What does Ruby want? What does Ruby want, huh? You wanna lay down? You got the couch.
when the results were.
Do you want to go downstairs? You can go downstairs. You can go downstairs if you want. You're allowed to go downstairs if that's what you want. Okay. All right, let's go back to this.
Sitting here, that's why I didn't want to open them. I started to feel really uncomfortable about it. Just kind of in shock, like, truly. We talked before this, guys, about what would we do if we confronted this scenario, because this was the more likely scenario. We talked about terminating the pregnancy. Obviously, things could change.
That is fucked. Oh my god. What is wrong with people? What is happening in this world? What is going on anymore? What is fucking happening? What the fuck? Dude, you know this is bad when there's like literal blue checkmark Twitter accounts. I forgot, I'm gonna wake the dogs up. This dog, I forgot I cannot yell. If I yell, this dog gets really concerned and she'll start pawing me because she gets really, like, that's why she got up. Come here. Come here, girl. Come here. Sorry, girl, but there are people in this world that are like, yeah, this is a normal thing to do. You have a blue checkmark account here that's even being like, yo, that's fucking insane. The comments are gonna dog them for this, but that's better than them having but it's objectively better than them having a disabled child that are not able to, or aren't willing or interested in caring for. Oh my god, dude. People will take any angle to justify this. And of course that's boosted on Twitter. This platform is filled to the brim with Nazis. Holy shit. What is this? What the fuck is this? Might be crazy, but I think this might be the best outcome, and I'll elaborate in the next comment. I think what you're gonna say is that if they did have the kid, they wouldn't care for it and, like, basically boot the kid. Coming from someone, let's see, coming from someone with health issues and acknowledging chronic health issues, having parents who struggle to take care of you or terminate the pregnancy is tough. Yeah, okay, I figured that's what you were gonna say. Okay. I understand that. I understand that. Yeah, that's just that's crazy though. I don't know. I mean, it's, yeah, if your parents and that you can't, you know, having parents who struggle to take care of you. Yeah, or they may have, like, let the kid go or whatever. Like, in the long haul, like, it seems insane. But I don't, listen. Maybe my stance is, like, a little too strong on this one. Only because, I mean, I feel like from the get-go, like, I have a closer connection with people with Down syndrome. Because I grew up with a couple kids. I think I've talked about this, in fact, before on stream. So I've like spent a good portion of my like early childhood hanging around people with Down syndrome. So I definitely feel some kind of way about it personally. But I guess I get that. That angle makes sense. Terminate the pregnancy. Yeah, I understand. But then look at this. Look. I just realized this comment said they killed a child. You gotta deal with health issues, plus... Oh, my chat is covered. I didn't even realize that. I hope I don't miss people's chat. You gotta deal with health issues, plus feeling like a burden, which feeds into the mental health aspect of it. I wouldn't do it, but I also don't know more about the reasons behind this. That's another thing. I feel like this is something that I don't want to just like scroll past in a Twitter post. I am, however, a little interested to continue that video to see. That kind of freaked me out a little bit though. I want to go back into... Oh my god, guys, I just remembered. Also, we'll get into this in a little bit. Saikuno came back. Oh, and Jason the Ween got into a thing. Saikuno. Oh, how do you spell his fucking name? Is it Saikuno? Like that? Saikuno apologized on here. We'll get into that in a little bit. Let's continue this video. Let's see.
Because
let's see. It says YouTuber. Hold on. I am being the worst. Let's see. YouTuber Jesse Ridgway. Okay. Maybe they made a full video. I hate out of context things. Jesse Ridgway. Is this the video?
It is a dark, dreary day, guys. I just had a full body MRI. That's not what this is. But like, I literally pulled in. I was like, get the camera ready. It's right before Memorial Day weekend. We got the results back.
If they're like, we have to have a genetically pure child, or disabled people shouldn't be part of society, then screw them for sure. Yeah. I think you and I are on the same page then. Yeah.
These are the fish results, they're called. They're just like temporary. It basically gives you like a yes or no. Like, it gives you an answer without we don't need the details. We pretty much have to. We don't even know if we're gonna hear back right now. It's later on a Friday. We got called and I was away, and we wanted to do this to
whatever. Right. Whatever.
To be continued. Ashley was not giving up.
I'm desperate.
Whether it's good or bad, we just want to know at this point. It's been a long month and a half since you guys saw us find out the gender and then that bad news. I didn't share this publicly, but we did have an ultrasound done around a month ago, and we looked at the NT, or the nuchal translucency or something. Basically, there's this like thin line on the ultrasound that denotes sometimes if the baby is more likely to have Down syndrome or not. Facial features, the bones, that NT looked normal, was within normal range, so we were like pretty happy about that. We did the amniocentesis just a couple days ago. And it was pretty extreme. They did injections into her stomach area. They stuck a big needle right into one side, and the baby actually rolled over into the needle. It was terrifying. Dude. They then had to do a whole nother injection.
It was painful.
But thank you guys for all the support, and
yes.
I think we could be about to find out right now.
I know, I'm already crying, and I don't know why.
When they did the amnio, they do it ultrasound guided. Now a month later from our other ultrasound, this ultrasound, everything looked normal. Everything looked healthy.
They said everything looked normal. That's just not us just saying it.
Yes.
They said everything looked normal.
Also, one of the nurses said they have been seeing a handful of false positives from these tests. So there's another.
Oh my god.
This could be it. I don't know.
Dang.
That's crazy. They got it live while making a fucking YouTube video.
Dang. She doesn't have.
So we tried hitting up her doctor, all this crazy stuff. Turns out the hospital just sends all their stuff to LabCorp.
Why did the other dog leave? I think they went in my room to sleep.
I'm quite familiar with, because I've been doing a lot of testing myself through there. Can I get props though?
Change anything.
I gotta get props for that. I mean, come on.
Alright.
Are you ready?
Is this it?
I guess this is where we're doing it.
Yeah.
Right where the Prostitutes bled.
Hoping for good luck, just like we did at the casino.
I'm scared. Please, please. I'm scared to hit it, to be honest.
I can't see it.
It says abnormal.
Okay, wait, we saw this already on Twitter. Alright. The dog. Okay, this is what I want to see. This is what I'm curious in seeing.
Not the result we wanted to see, guys. I started to get kind of a not good feeling just when the results.
Caroline! Yo! Oh my god. Oh my god. Chaz. Holy shit. What's up? You guys missed the dogs. You guys missed the dogs. You scroll back to the beginning, you'll get a little dog time. I had the 2 dogs on the stream.
We're sitting here. That's why I didn't want to open them.
You rewinded.
I started to feel really uncomfortable.
Hell yeah. Yo, I think you still gotta text me back and see if there's a... Maybe you two can figure it out. See if you guys are available that day or something. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure that out.
About it. Just kind of in shock, like, truly. We talked before this, guys, about what would we do if we confronted this scenario. Because this was the more likely scenario.
So far, okay, I'm gonna say something. Even though they haven't made their stance yet, they don't seem like they're like aggressive towards it so far. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like they would have had, in that moment, the reaction would have been way different. We'll see.
We talked about terminating the pregnancy. Obviously, things could change because this is traumatic, like very traumatic. And I know you guys even watching this, this is traumatic for the whole community. I think now that we have a definitive result, we'll talk with these counselors and we're going to have some hard conversations.
Typically, if the initial FISH result shows trisomy 21, the final full karyotype or microarray analysis also confirms it in more than 99% of cases.
It's just all very overwhelming and confusing to navigate. Ashley is almost halfway through this thing. Not saying we force it, but like the kid seemed healthy, and there's been stories where the kid comes out and is like super functional, and so it's like, I don't know. There's just a lot to digest, and we're not really going to be doing that in this video. We just wanted to let you guys in on what the results were. Where's your head at? Just sad.
Okay, well, they don't seem aggressive about it. Let's see.
Pretty dark for a while for us, and we thought this was going to be a nice little ray of sunshine. And
he's using ChatGPT to ask questions? What? Where did you see that? Did that just go over my... What? Oh, was that ChatGPT replying?
Sorry to be crying, dude. It's
right.
a lot.
Oh, man.
Alright, well, I'll cut them...
I bought boy clothes. That was so...
Dude, this is why I fucking hate Twitter so much. I swear to God, this is why I hate Twitter. Do you notice the difference in how I'm reacting watching something on YouTube versus Twitter? I saw that one clip. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. I hate Twitter so much. That platform is not made for myself. Even though I'm going to be using it. I hate Twitter so much, dude. It made me get mad at these people, and now I'm watching the YouTube video and I end up not getting mad at them. Like, these people they just seem like nice people, and they genuinely, it seems as though they're not apt to handle that, so they've made the decision they need to make going forward to take care of that. I mean, unless there's something I haven't heard yet.
I had the nursery picked out. I was ready. I had to start all over again.
Yeah, that's what she's mad about.
The start of our journey. you know, of
The
just
rough
trying to start a family. This is how it starts.
A lot of people, it's not easy ever, you know? Whether it's a miscarriage out the gate, you know?
Okay, why did I immediately when I saw this, I thought, my little buddy over here is gonna react to this. Why did I think he was gonna get on this immediately? The roach. Asmongold says I'm good. Why is Asmongold even putting himself? Listen, if the kid, I don't think anyone wants to be Asmongold's kid. I'm sorry, but Asmongold could not even take care of himself. This dude cannot shower. So I don't think you'd want to I don't think you'd want to be Asmongold's kid. I'm sorry. Asmongold says he would too. Doesn't understand why people would have moral problems with this after reacting to Ridgway and is revealing that and learning their unborn baby had Down syndrome. I didn't even think about this. What does he say?
For anything. I think it mainly should be up to the parents for anything. Why you hesitated? Well, it's also that, and here's the reality is that I am very much just a total utility. I don't have any, like, I have no emotion in this decision. Like, I don't even think about this. Like, to me, it's such an obvious decision. Like, yeah, obviously you'd do that, of course. So,
God, this is just what I expected from the roach.
I can't even comprehend why a person would have a moral, like,
like, he would give his kids their own rat alarm clock to wake up.
moral problem with this. I genuinely can't even understand it. It seems like the most obvious decision that you can make.
What does he mean by obviously you do that? We all know what he means. He doesn't even like think of this in a sense of morals. His morals are just gone. He's not even thinking of it in a sense of like if he could take care of someone who has Down syndrome or not. That's not even crossing his mind. He's just like, nope, I want to be, millions of miles away from anyone with Down syndrome. Keep him, as far as a 10-foot pole from me at all times. That's his attitude.
So,
I pray that Asmongold never has kids and I'm not even religious. I know, that's what I just said.
What if it was your kid? Yeah, of course I'd do it. Obviously. Like, I mean, duh.
Oh, I hate the roach so much. All right. Where do we go? Do we look at... Oh boy, maybe we cover this next. Should we look at this Ikuno situation? Because we are covering that. Or should we go to NMP LOL? I'm kind of tempted to go to... You know what? Let's do this. This is new. Let's do it. Everyone in? You guys... Who's locked in? I gotta adjust my camera. My camera's looking a little small again. You know what? I changed my camera. And I liked it better the way I had it before. And I should bring it back like that. Let's see. I think this is what I did before. Yeah, there it is. If I send a super chat, can you give the dogs? No, I actually cannot. No. I've given the dogs too many treats today. I'll tell you why. All right. Number one, they just went in my room. They went to bed in a dark room with the fan on. Respect. They don't want lights in their face. Number two. So my one dog has diarrhea and I've had to give her rice and chicken for the past 2 days to help get rid of that. And earlier today, I was playing with them and doing a bunch of tricks and like all that. And I gave them treats. And then I earlier took them on a walk. And when they came back in, I gave them treats because I was like, I don't know, I'm just having fun with them, whatever, I'll give them treats. And then when I started stream, I gave them treats. Now I'm worried the treat is going to enact her diarrhea. Also, the other dog has had a metric ton of treats because I fucked up. The third walk I took them on today, the third walk, on the way in from the third walk, I came in through my back door, and it was like in my garage, and I was bringing both the dogs in, and I had forgotten that Ruby had gone back to sniff something. So I went upstairs for like 10 minutes only to realize she got stuck in the garage. And I felt so bad about that. Luckily, it wasn't like too hot in there, because it got hot today, but it wasn't quite this hot yet. And I was like, holy shit. So I like loaded her up with treats when she came in. I gave her like 4 treats. So that dog has like 10 treats in her system. So yeah, those dogs are annihilated in treats today. So yeah, there's that. Let's do it. Let's do it. NMP law. Should we talk about this? I don't know what I keep accidentally hitting my switch screen button instead of escape. NMP law, the truth about my divorce. Okay, for those of you that don't know about this, so NMP law is a Twitch streamer, and I don't even know what his thing is really. He's just kind of an awkward dude on stream that people like, and I don't know, I think I've watched a few of his streams too. He's just like a average Joe sort of guy. I don't know how to describe it. He just kind of does, he's like a multi-streamer, does anything, does everything. And the one thing about him is he's always talked about this girl Melina, who I guess I thought was his girlfriend, but apparently was his wife, and now he's been through divorce. So let's do that. All right, let's do it.
It's time. Let's talk about the divorce. So I've been away for quite a while.
All right,
let me tell you why. At this
First
point,
off, who's here? I need to get a quick room check. Who's all in here? Give me a 1 in chat if you're here. We need to lock in. I also got a popcorn 1. All right, let's see who else is here. 1. Oh, what's up? 1. We got 3 1s. Harrison and Caroline still here? Jazz? Day. I feel like we might have lost some. We might have lost some folks in that last video. I had a feeling. Happy Pride Month, chat. That's right, folks. All right, let's do it.
the case is over. I've been trying to get this divorce settled. It was a lot longer process than I thought, and I haven't talked about it in any official way up until this point. There's 2 different courts.
Oh,
there's the court of
by the way, I might start doing, like, once I get going streaming again, get back in the loop of things, I got a popcorn machine. Might do like some little popcorn stream, and I make some popcorn on stream. You know, we all get some popcorn, we lock in and enjoy some videos. So that's to be coming soon.
Public opinion, that is Reddit, Twitter, all those great and wonderful places. And then there's the court of law, where I believe that was the best place to spend most of my time and focus most of my efforts. After it was settled, then we could talk about it. We could dispel any rumors or any sort of questions people had. And that's who this video is for. It's for people who genuinely are curious about what happened. I have documents here in front of me. I'm gonna read them as they are. I'm gonna try my best to not have any of my opinions in here. Some of these things are a bit confusing for people who don't know lawyer speak. So I'm gonna do my best to explain these documents in a more casual way. So hopefully everyone can understand them. Keep things as plain as I can. This isn't to inflame the situation.
I'm gonna say something. If there's anyone that's going to explain something that virtually anybody can understand in this circumstance, it's gonna be Nick Pollum. I know there's like obviously people that are way better at explaining stuff, but Nick Pollum is going to definitely explain this in the most boring terminology that anybody can understand. It's like, and I say that as a good thing. I don't say it as a bad thing. Like something is telling me I'm gonna watch this video and completely understand it.
Or cause any stress to anybody whatsoever. I just want to speak the truth finally. So I want to do my best to provide an accurate timeline of what happened. The divorce was filed by Melina in January of 2025. We had split up the previous year. It was amicable. We tweeted about it on Twitter. Everyone saw that. And the divorce ended up being officially filed by her in, like I said, January. I sent Milena a 50-50 offer down the middle in April of that year. She did not accept it. I did not know what she wanted out of this divorce until mediation, which was actually in November. And essentially what she wanted was the same thing she wanted in trial, and that's what we have here. I warned Milena that trial would be very expensive. It would cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, but still we had to go to trial, and you'll see why. So bear with me now. We are gonna go into some legal documents. What I have here is what they call Milena Midtoy-Palom's First Amendment disposition of issues. So this is essentially what she wanted. I'm gonna read the document to the best of my ability because I can't read very well, but I'm gonna explain things so everyone can kind of understand what she wanted and how it went down. Keep in mind, we each had this. This one's hers, this one's mine. We'll go over mine, but first let's do hers. Hers is a bit longer. The first thing she wanted, and by the way this works is it's essentially a line with like for a check mark and then the thing that they wanted. So the first thing that she wanted was to grant the divorce between the parties on the grounds of insupportability. This is very important, and I'm gonna explain exactly what that means right now. In Texas, a divorce can be granted on the grounds of insupportability, which is the state's no-fault divorce ground. The Texas Family Code defines insupportability as a conflict or discord of personalities between the spouses that destroys legitimate ends of the marriage relationship and prevents any reasonable expectation of reconciliation. In practical terms, it means neither spouse has to prove wrongdoing, no evidence of adultery, cruelty, abandonment, or other fault is required. The court only needs to find that the marriage has become unworkable and that reconciliation is not reasonably expected. So you can file divorce on other grounds, and I'll explain what those are. Cruelty, you can file for adultery, which didn't happen, conviction of a felony, abandonment, living apart, etc. She filed on the grounds of insupportability. Next, award Milena Midtoy-Palom a disproportionate shares of the party's estate for the following reasons, including but not limited to. So she wanted more than 50-50. Respondents...
Chat, is this making sense to you guys so far? And do you guys want to keep watching this? I'm a little... somewhat... Okay. I feel like I'm slightly lost, but I'm understanding what's being put down here. So it's essentially, so far as what it's sounding like is that I don't know why he felt the need to make a video on this. That's kind of okay. I'm glad you're saying that because that's where I'm at as well. I don't know why he made a video about this. I think it's because a lot of his community had questions on it, so he's laying it all out. Like, this is no different than like if your favorite streamer went through something. Like, he's just putting the transparency out there, I guess.
Economic and financial abuse of the petitioner, respondents' failure to permit access to the party's community property accounts, including for purposes of insight and access to such community funds, benefits the innocent spouse may have derived from continuation of the marriage, disparity of earning power of the spouses and their ability to support, earning power, business opportunities, capacities, and the ability of the spouses, nature of the property involved in the division, waste, and attorney's fees to be paid. So to explain that, the judge, in order to grant Milena her disproportionate share, would have to find something that fits those sort of grounds. Any of those bullet points that I read off. Next, confirmation of Milena Midtoy's separate property as outlined in the attached spreadsheet, meaning that there's an attached spreadsheet here that has her own property.
So it's what it's sounding to me like is that they have different reasons for going through this divorce. And some of those accusations from the divorce are things that Nick is denying and saying, no, that's not a justifiable reason and or something I didn't do, from what it's seeming like so far.
Operating it makes sense. Next, order Milena Midtoy-Palom's waste claim for Nicholas Michael Palom's excessive expenditures. That was over $100,000 they had claimed against me. The next thing she wanted, and this is one of the reasons why we had to go to trial, order Milena Midtoy-Palom's request for post-divorce maintenance for a period of 5 years from February 1st, 2026 in the amount of $5,000 a month. So she wanted me to pay her $5,000 a month for 5 years. We don't even have kids. Next, and this was the biggest one, the most important one, and it's gonna take some time to explain it because this is also why we really had to go to trial.
You know, the more I'm listening to this, the more I'm feeling like this video is being put out there as like a, I don't know, like it almost, like did Milena make a video on this or something? It almost feels like this video is being put out there. Let's see, Milena.
I gotta get props for that. I mean, come on.
Let's see. He's trying. That's what it feels like. She's a gold digger. Everyone should hate her. That's what I'm getting he's doing. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting out of this too. Let me see. Milena. Nick. Let me, like, did Milena make a video? That's what I'm trying to see now. Nick and Milena's divorce update. What's this?
I do think divorce, which hopefully no one here has.
A podcast. Jesus Christ. So it's not like she has a video on this, right? Like there's not a video of her talking about it. It's just a lot of drama surrounding it. Everyone should hate her. Yeah. I mean, look. The shittiest part about this, and this is something I talk about on stream relentlessly, is that doing something like this, I think, can reach dangerous territory, you know, if it's not done right. Only because of precisely what this chatter said right here is a lot of people are going to be like, she's a gold digger. Let's all pile in. Let's hate her now. And it makes it worse, things like worse for her in the process of this. I know it's like, you know, I've gone to court over it. We should all know less about each other. Yeah. Like this feels crazy.
Order Milena Midtoy-Palom be granted a judgment against Nicholas Michael Palom with specific language securing such entrance against the shares and stock held by Nicholas Michael Palom with his interests in OTK Ventures, OTK Media, and Kings Gaming Labs Incorporated. So this is essentially the crux of the entire trial. I mentioned earlier that Milena wanted a disproportionate share of the estate. She wanted a 60-40 split of the entire estate. But it was a little bit more complicated than that. What she wanted to do essentially was have her 60% be all cash and my 40% be heavily weighted in my OTK shares. She wanted about 90% of the cash reserves, plus she wanted me to pay her this post-divorce maintenance, and my 40% would be essentially all in my OTK shares, which no one really knows what those are worth. This was the biggest point of contention in the trial for me. I don't think anyone would have accepted the offer that was presented in front of them. Essentially, it would drain me to 10% cash reserves, be in debt a whole bunch of money. So I would put a lot of trust in those OTK shares being worth something someday. So that is just about half of the document. And I don't know if I should say this, but now it gets kind of funny, and I'm gonna explain to you why. Up next is a section called income taxes, and let me read this for you. Order that any refunds received from the date of marriage through the date of divorce be divided equally by the parties, with Milena Midtoy being entitled to 50% and Nicholas Michael Palom being entitled to 50%. So if there was a tax refund, she would get half of it, I would get half of it. Makes sense, right? Order any liability from the date of marriage.
I was saying because it seemed like something that made sense, and I was just waiting for something to go downhill.
The date of divorce be paid solely by Nicholas Palom. So if there was a tax bill, I would have to pay for all of the taxes. But if there's a refund, Milena would get half of it. Order that the parties file separate tax returns and partitions as January 1st, 2026, and each party be liable for their own respective taxes for 2026 and each awarded respective returns for 2026. Makes sense to me. Up next, injunctions. And this is where it gets a little bit confusing. I'll try my best to explain it for everyone. Order Nicholas Michael Palm be restrained and enjoined from making any public statements, whether written, verbal, or visual, regarding the ongoing litigation and the parties' divorce, unless mutually agreed upon in writing by the parties and filed within the court. So that essentially says that me, and you notice her name's not there, but me and me alone can't talk about it. And then the next line is, strictly in the event the court does not grant the requested permanent injunction, Milena Midtoy Palm requests the court after trial on the merits to grant the following permanent injunctions enjoining the parties, their agents, servants, employees, and attorneys. So pretty much everyone involved this is the following injunction. Directly or indirectly disseminating, publishing, or causing to be published, or directly or indirectly requesting a person disseminating or publishing any letter, story, statement, correspondence, description, or depiction of any kind whatsoever, including on any social media, whether fictionalized or not, which is or could be reasonably interpreted to be disparaging, negative, or defamatory in its description of the other party's personal, professional, private, or family life, including without limitation the business or the financial.
She also wanted the court to tell him he couldn't smack talk her. It seems like she knows him. Yeah.
Affairs of the other party. So essentially anyone involved with me.
You know, okay, and maybe this is just another angle I'm taking through listening to this. I guess my reaction, my thoughts aren't necessarily going to be directly to these things that he's pointing to. Rather, I'm thinking about this in a sense of how he's handling it and why he's making this video. And another thing that comes to mind is like, it almost feels like he got totally owned in this case, like rightfully so. And now he just has to like make this video to cope. It kind of feels that way. Well, is she a media personality or someone that would get online to talk about the trial? I didn't see any videos. She may or may not have made some appearances in his videos. I'm gonna do something real quick. Nick Palm X girl. I watched Nick for a little bit, then I stopped watching. Okay, here's her name. I don't know if this is like if she's a influencer or not, so I'm just gonna copy and paste this in silence real quick. Let's see. Okay, so maybe she's not an influencer. Okay, good thing I didn't say that name out loud. Although Nick and Milena VODs. So she was in VODs of his.
It won't be increased.
Let's see. Nice. The universe bummed me with a video covering drama. I'm deeply invested because I grew up in H3 and my adult life is kind of boring now. Oh my god. Let's go. That's so sick. That is so sick. Welcome in, chatter. Thanks for being here. That's crazy. You're like the perfect chatter. That's awesome. I definitely spent a good chunk of time early on for a while watching them. All right. Let's go. All right, let's continue this.
Me whatsoever.
By the way, chatter, we will get to this. We will get to this. I know you clicked for this. I know. We're getting there. We're getting there, all right? We're talking about this streamer, Nick Palm, who's talking about his divorce.
Not talk about this divorce. Spoiler, that did not get granted because obviously we're talking about it now. I'll explain why that didn't get granted, because essentially that's an infringement on my First Amendment right to the Constitution of the United States of America, which is freedom of speech. Milena Midtoy Palm requests the court order Nicholas Michael Palm to pay reasonable attorney's fees, expenses, and costs through trial and appeal. And
hell yeah, that's what's up. What do you want me to like refer to you as? Is a B? A BO? Is that a BOE? A BOE? Is that what you want me to refer to you as? Or if there's another way you want me to refer to you as, let me know.
And a judgment should be rendered in favor of Milena Midtoy Palm against Nicholas Michael Palm and be ordered to pay directly to Milena Midtoy Palm. Milena Midtoy Palm request post-judgment interest as allowed by law. Also, it says Milena Midtoy Palm requests the court deny any and all of Nicholas Palm's requested relief filed with the court. So that's a lot. I'll explain quickly what she wanted. She wanted a 60-40 split because of her reasons listed. She wanted me to pay her $5,000 a month for 5 years. She wanted the majority of my part of the split to be locked up in my OTK shares. She wanted me not to be able to talk about the case whatsoever. She wanted the things about taxes. She also wanted me to pay her lawyer fees. So what did I want? Let's get into it. It's not going to be as long as what she wanted, so we'll keep it plain as possible. I'll read it as is, just like I did with hers. Number 1, grounds of divorce. Nicholas Michael Pollan requests that the court...
It's not going to be as long as what I wanted. Trying to... Okay, this is something seeming a little fishy here. Hold, I know I'm being caught up in the semantics of this. Missed the live notification. Thank you, Violet. Good to see you in here. If you scrub back to the top, you'll get to see my dogs that I had on at the beginning of stream. Unless one of them returned now. Feels like something meant for his lawyers or something. Yeah. Good to see you in here.
Be granted a divorce on the...
Also, I've been kind of pondering on the idea of an Aussie visit in the near future for myself. So that might be in the works.
Grounds of insupportability. There's that word again, insupportability. This is the only thing that we agreed upon
multiple times
in the entire case, which is good. It really is. Next.
A week or two after the stream. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. I don't know why it does it. Yeah, I'd probably be in an area out there that it'd be pretty far north where I would go.
Division of community property. Nicholas Michael Pollan requests that the court divide the community estate in a manner that the court deems just in right as provided by law and set out in Exhibit A attached hereto. So Exhibit A is essentially an exhibit with spreadsheets, and it ends up being a 50-50 split down the middle. Stocks, shares, cash, everything. Next, separate property. Nicholas Michael Pollan requests that the court confirm and assign his separate property to Nicholas Michael Pollan as set out in Exhibit A attached here too. So my stuff is my stuff. Milena also had her stuff is her stuff, which makes sense to me. Next, waste and reconstitution. Nicholas Michael Pollan requests the court to find that Milena Midtoy Pollan has committed waste on the community and to reconstitute what ought be the actual existing value of the estate as a part of the court's just and right division of the community estate as set out in Exhibit A attached here too. So just the waste claim, essentially she had one against me, so I had one against her. I'm not trying to get into the gritty details of that. Next, attorney's fees. Order Milena Midtoy Pollan pay a portion of Nicholas Michael Pollan's attorney fees, expenses, and costs, rendering a judgment against Milena Midtoy Pollan in favor of Kirker Davis LLP attorneys for Nicholas Michael Pollan, and order Milena...
See, this stuff you can't see. It's all fair. He's such a nice guy.
Milena Midtoy Pollan to pay such a judgment directly to Stephen W. Payne and Kirker Davis LLP, who may enforce the judgment in attorney's own name with post-judgment interest as allowed by law.
Okay.
Attorney's fees. And then my last thing that I asked for, request for Milena Midtoy Pollan. Nicholas Michael Pollan requests that all relief requested by Milena Midtoy Pollan be denied. So essentially what I'm asking for in this is a clean 50-50 split down the middle, just like I wanted back in April and March of 2025. What we have here is the court's ruling. This is what everyone's been waiting for, so let's just go ahead and get right into it. Dear counsel, from January 12th, 2026 to January 13th, 2026, the court presided over this case and took it under advisement. The ruling of the court is as follows. Divorce is granted on the grounds of insupportability.
All right, you know what? How are we feeling? How are we feeling about this, chat? What's the vibe? What's the vibe? I'm feeling a little bit lost right now. I feel like I just want to see what they say. I'm going to do a little scrubbing here, a little ADHD. Here we go. 45%, 45%. He got 45%. The court finds disproportionate share of those funds are warranted due to disparity of earning power. 2, nature of the property involved in the decision and waste. So he got 45. He didn't get 50, but they found a bench. Attorney's fees denied. Each party pays their own attorney's fees. Each party to keep household furnishings in their possession. Each party to keep ownership of their own social media accounts. All right, final thoughts. Let's see.
Rumors and things that kind of spawn.
Well, at least it was close to 50. Imagine he only got 30 or something. Yeah.
On from this case because documents were leaked and people made up their own theories and ran with them. I could sit here and diffuse all of them. It'd be pretty easy because none of them.
This is such a semantics comment, but this is definitely the kind of video that like every streamer, if you're parasocial with the streamer, that like every fan wants. You know what I mean? Like if you've got enough parasocialness towards a streamer, this is something that you're just sweating for.
Were true. But honestly, I got the ruling that I wanted, and I'm not going to do that. I might mention them on the podcast with Chance, where we can do it in a less informal environment. But that's essentially kind of what happened. That's the story. That's where I've been. You know, it really does suck that things ended up this way with me and Milena. We spent well over 10 years together. It just ended up being that way. It's the road that we had to walk, and it's over. There was a whole bunch of different dramas and things that happened behind the scenes that people would find really interesting, but I'm not trying to throw any shade at anybody or at this point. If I don't have to talk about that, I won't. Speaking for me emotionally, this whole thing has been quite stressful. There's been so many things said about me that just aren't true. It was somewhat exhausting. And once I got this ruling, I literally broke down and cried. Like I was like sobbing tears, you know, that it was finally.
For what it's worth, the X seems like she has some influence on Twitter and Instagram, so this was probably getting ahead of it, so she wouldn't address it first. Damn, I totally didn't. Let me see. On Twitter, God, maybe I just like did a bad job of clocking her Twitter. Let me see something. Oh, here it is, Melina. Okay, wait, maybe I did find it. Oh, here it is. So she does have Twitter, Melina Tootie. Here it is. Oh, you are right. Yep, that was it. He wanted to get ahead of it. That's crazy. Oh my god, dude. Fuck. That's crazy. All right, we did that. Nick Palm, we talked about that. Let's do Saikuno, shall we? The Saikuno saga continues.
Bruh.
All right. Let's see here.
And all right. Well, as most of you guys know, I've been gone for a bit. And
we will get to the H3. Smash that shit. We will get back. We will get back to H3 in a second, all right? All right, we'll get there. I'm saving that one for after this cuz this is a good story. This is a good story. It's a short one, but it's a good one. We'll get to it. All right, those of you that don't know about Saikuno, this was a huge thing that I covered on a few streams back. So people that want to catch up, you can go back to some other streams where I think I did like 2 or 3 streams on this or something. And basically, Saikuno, there were some things that, God, I've been off the internet for a while. I'm almost forgetting about my own videos. Fuck! But there were some things that I think he mistreated. I'd have to go back and watch my own videos. But basically, so he's like, well, I've gone, worked on myself, repaired the damage I've done to my girlfriend. Okay. So he basically ruined this relationship with his girlfriend, for lack of better terminology. Let's get into it. Let's see what his apology is after he came back.
While I've been gone, I was working on myself and repairing the damage I've done to my girlfriend and our relationship. And what I did to her was horrible. And for a lot of people, they could never forgive that. I regret doing it so much. And in the time I've been gone, I've been working every single day to try and make things better.
And
It hasn't been easy, but I'm glad to share that not everything's perfect, but we made a lot of improvements. And
dude, I'm sorry. This better get a little. I'm not I feel like I'm being a semantics A&D tonight, but this stuff's got to get better, man. This whole like, dude, there's like, if I went and watched like 25 apology videos that are dudes, all of them do that. They go off the internet and then they go, I worked on myself while I was off the internet. It's like, you can work on yourself while you're on the internet too. Just because you went off the internet, that is the only thing that does is it just makes you touch grass a little bit more. That's it. That's the only difference. I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe you've like spent the time in therapy that you would have rather been on the internet with. I don't fucking know. Maybe that'd be the only other thing. Something about this is hilarious to me. I don't know much about the scandal, so maybe it shouldn't be as funny, but his video's so lackluster. What? Hello, guys. I've been away from the internet for a while now. I've been working on myself a lot. What, you think that's lackluster?
I can confidently say, we can confidently say that
you went off the internet.
We're doing a lot better.
What are you
we're in a
hiding?
position where we could be happy together and we're headed in a good direction. I wouldn't be coming back to streaming if both of us didn't feel that way. So, you know, with everything that happened, a lot has changed.
I think there were a litany of things that she accused him of, right? Well, didn't we watch that video of her in her room, like calling him out on a bunch of shit?
And I think I've grown a lot from it in so many ways. And I'd say that's
I'm
most of the
starting to have
update
I'm starting to, my internet brain is coming back. Is there a dog behind me? Wasn't there that whole thing on Discord? There was like all those messages on Discord, right? He's holding in a laugh or something. I might be bad at reading facial
I've got it.
expressions.
Going a lot better, and I wouldn't be coming back if it wasn't that way. So I do want to thank you guys for showing up, and sorry I've been gone for so long. But
you know, it's funny that he says thank you guys for showing up, because whenever a streamer comes back to apologize or comes back after being off the internet for a while, that's like a big streamer, a lot of people are gonna hop in because they either miss the streamer or there's drama. And if they've missed the streamer and there's drama, it's like a double bonus for the audience, because then they just instantly come in. So it's like these people aren't like, some of the people aren't willingly coming in. Some of the people are coming in to do this, to clip him.
yeah, thank you guys is all I can say. And also, of course, thank you to all my friends who, you know, are still supporting me. I don't know if I would have done quite as well if I didn't have such supportive friends who really want the best for me. And yeah, I think I'm very lucky for that. So,
What is going on? What is this video? What is happening?
yeah, that's pretty much all I can really say about it. I think we're doing better.
That's it?
And we're going to be back to gaming and stuff like that.
Do you guys know, and like, God, I shouldn't even be saying this. I'm not a fucking movie head. But do you know when they have those like sympathetic narrations in movies when they're like, you know what? And at the end of the day, it'll be better. And Sally will move on with the happiest life she's ever lived. Like shit like that. Why does he sound like that?
Yeah, that's pretty much all I can really say about it. I think we're doing better. And we're going to be back to gaming and stuff like that, and hopefully having a good time. Well, that's most of it. Wasn't easy. But yeah, I think, you know, streaming's still going to be what it's mostly about, which is playing games and hopefully having a good time. So.
Hey, who's this guy? Who are you? Who are you, stranger? Haven't seen you around the block in a while. You been missing out on my streams or something? Good to see you in here, Justin. Thanks for coming. Get him a Netflix original ASAP. Yeah. Keeping it a good time, Justin. We're going to cover the Denims thing, H3 next.
that's pretty much it. Glad to see you guys again. There's a lot of people in chat who drama or whatever. Really nervous and scared.
All right. I'm gonna get freaking DMCA'd for that. All right. That was a insane apology. That was like the most dude-coded apology ever. Why do dudes? Hey fellas, if you're on the internet, I don't know. Maybe if you're gonna apologize about something, give a better apology. Ever thought of that? Maybe don't just be like, I worked on myself. I think it's gonna be better. We talked. I'm on the brighter side of things now. Like, wow, huh? We're not asking for details, but fuck, man. You can make a better apology than that. Christ's sake. Like, didn't I make I feel like I made like 3 videos about this. Like, I made too many videos, and there were people chirping at me, being like, dog, we get it. You're farming the thing. And I'm like, I'm not even farming it. It was just, there was like so much happening. I literally was like this week getting comments, people being like, you're just farming it. Right here. Yeah, it was the second to last thing that I covered. I think I did 3 of them. I deleted the 3rd video because people were crawling up my ass. Let's see. Hello. Not taking away. Let's see. Let me go back to my other stream. Let me see. This is the video I was talking about. All right. Okay, so there was like this girl right here. There was this girl who was like the victim, or a victim of this, that came through and talked about it. And then let's see. And we get was it this? No. Oh, okay. So there was that, and then hold on. We're gonna get into the H3 thing in a second. We'll get right into it. Hold on, folks. All right, we got 8 of you in here. Nice. Streamception goes. Yeah. All right. Okay, that's what it was. This reminds me. It was Emonal, or whatever her name was, responds to Backlash came and she still wanted a relationship with Kuno after all his cheating. He was cheating, that's what it was. So he was like, it was just him being a shitty person.
Like for people.
Jesus Christ, dude. No chatter told me to go get a haircut. Chat, you guys are responsible for telling me to get a haircut if I need one. Jesus Christ. I let myself go 8 weeks without a haircut recently. It was the worst thing I've ever done. It happens. So many people have been in.
Right? And I think
that's all right. Well, that's what that was. Just so I wanted to clear the air because I was like trying to remember. I took so much time off the internet that I straight up forgot what happened. All right, we went through that. Now, let's do Denims. What you guys have all been waiting for. You guys have been waiting.
You've been waiting for this moment.
You've been waiting for this moment.
Oh, I missed the soundboard, dude. I missed this shit. Do I have a fart sound? Do I have a fart sound? Do I have a fart sound? There you go. There's your fart sound. All right, let's talk about it. It's pretty obvious, but all right, here we go. Based on a tentative ruling, Ethan Klien has lost his copyright lawsuit to Denims. The judge should determine the Denims reaction to the content Noogies commit fair use. Let's be fucking real, okay? Anybody reacting to any video on the internet is fair use. Like, I remember way back in the day when like Danny Gonzalez would do reacts or whatever, and it was like way back, it was like him and like I think like Ryan Trahan would do collab reacts. And I remember back then there was like even like certain videos or whatever that you couldn't, and they'd have to like check it or whatever. And then after a while it just became like the more normalized thing to the point where anybody's react was basically determined as fair use. And then that was when everyone just started Reactgate went crazy and everyone just reacted to everything. I always thought it was weird that Ethan engaged in these lawsuits, given what he's done in terms of fair use in the past. Well, because I think what happened here is, do you remember the Ryan Kavanaugh situation? You're a little out of the loop, good, because I'm filling you in right now. These laws in terms of fair use, but not shocking because of how Ethan is. Yeah, and okay, look at this. I think what happened is the Ryan Kavanaugh thing happened to Ethan way back. And so he was just trying to like get people back. So I think he tried this on Caseytron, and then that was a whole fucking mess. I'm not gonna even get into that right now. It's another conversation for another time. And then he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna try Denims." Now, have you guys seen Ethan Klien's latest enemy? Should I introduce you to his latest enemy? You can name drop if chatters know it. If you know it, you can say it. If you beat me to it. This is Ethan Klien's latest enemy. Check it out.
It's official.
Right here.
It's happening. I am getting sued by Ethan Klien. Ethan Klien, millionaire and host of the H3 podcast.
And Ethan Klien did that. I think he's just you know, it's all about his personal feelings. That's all it is. Why did Noah delete the recent streams he just did? Noah just did 3 streams where he raised $100,000. I think potentially even more over this. But that's for whole nother conversation. But the judge determined that Denims' reaction to the content nukes committed fair use. I think if you're a normal level-headed person and you don't have your like weirdo personal feelings wrapped up in this situation, you will immediately recognize that reacting to videos is fair use. And I don't know why like Ethan Klien just, I think, wanted to scare Denims and be like, I knew she was gonna win this. She literally said on stream she was gonna win it. Like, and when people, when they're gonna win something, they don't just confidently say that, like, I'm gonna for sure win it. Like, no, they know they're gonna win that shit if they say it like that. I'm sorry. I know that's very like I know that comes off sounding bad, but she was very confident she was gonna win this. In a hilarious twist of, I thought it said delicious. Oh, does it? In delicious irony, the court tentatively determined that Denims' reaction to God nuke passes 3 of the 4 pillars of fair use, and therefore is transformative. And in all 3 of the 4 pillars it passes, the court cites Ethan Klien's own former case against Matt Haas as precedent that informs their decision. This is spectacular, especially because Ethan has consistently said it's a matter of law when talking about this, his first lawsuit. So, sorry, Ethan, but it's a matter of law. Yeah, so what's up, chatter? Thanks for being here, hey. We're still dealing with fair use case in the Ethan should know better. Yeah, dog. Like, that's what I mean when I say that. Like, that's why I started this off by saying that I remember when, like, Ryan Trahan and Danny Gonzalez, like, dog, Ryan Trahan and Danny Gonzalez collab. Like, no one would see that in this time, like, 2026. Like, that was like a 2018 thing. And that back then, that was when people were like, maybe that's a little questionable for fair use. And I literally remember the head of YouTube, because those 2 creators got big, the head of YouTube came forward and had to like disclose what and what wasn't fair use. And then people would have to tweet at him and be like, is this fair use? And like he would respond. Like this was this tells you how long ago that was. And now we're in 26, and Ethan's like, fair use. Ethan basically has had people enabling his hysterical delusions for 2 years now. He's pretty far, and it's crazy that he's this far gone. And I still know people in my real personal life that are like, yep, I love this guy. This guy is definitely not a Zionist. This guy's awesome. And it's like, and then I had a couple of my normie friends that I talked to that are like, they've always been on the like, fuck Ethan Klein train. Like from the get-go, even when I used to watch him, a couple of them have just been like, no, fuck that guy. And I'm like, oh, this is what you're talking about. The undisputed purpose of defendant's live stream is to contest, criticize, and mock plaintiff's message. Dude, this is so, look at this. This is so deeply unserious. This is the most, like, the fact that, like, this just wasted the people's time in court. That I feel bad for, like, the people that had to deal with Ethan Klein. He just straight up wasted their time. That's all he did. You know how many more better things they have to deal with than someone being like, my personal feelings are a little hurt. I need to see if my personal feelings are valid. Ooh, like, that's embarrassing. Can you imagine, like, being him and telling people in your real personal life, like, yeah, I'm going to try to sue a streamer because they hurt my feelings when they were reacting. They're going to look at you, they're going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, a normal person is not going to hear you say that and go, good job, I hope you win. Like, no, they're going to tell you you're insane. I'm sorry. I was Vape Nation Hardcore back, and I'm 31 now, and I can't believe how he turned out. If he just made funny content against it, everyone would have actually collabed with him again and stuff. Okay, yes, and then I agree. I completely agree with that. Like, he should have stuck to the goofs and gaffs. If he had stuck to goofs and gaffs, there's a good likelihood I probably would have still been watching. And look who he fucking has. Look at this. This pissed me off. I'm sorry. I saw a thumbnail today, and it just pissed me off. If you guys have been seeing the Lego thing, we're not going to do Lego tonight. There's so much going on with the Lego thing. But, dude, where did it go? Where did it go? What the fuck? Where did the video get taken down? I just saw that he had the Lego guy on. H3 Podcast, Lego. Right here. Look at this. Ethan had the Lego guy on H3. I was like, God damn it. Reckless Ben. All right, let's get back over to this. I'm gonna give you a sub. I like your stuff. Hey, thank you, appreciate you. You seem like a cool chatter. The undisputed purpose of the defendant's live stream. Also, is there a name you want me to call you, or like is hey the appropriate thing to call you by? I've had some chatters in here that have preferences of what they want to be called versus their username. One of my chatters in here, Ryan, I was calling Reen for the longest time, and I felt really bad about it. And then Ryan correctly corrected me and was like, yo, it's actually pronounced Ryan. I was like, oh, okay. So the undisputed purpose of the defendant's live stream is to contest, criticize, and mock plaintiff's message, which the courts have found weighs in favor of fair use due to its transformative nature. See Hazende v. Klien. The law is clear. However, the quantity alone is not determinative. Name's Damba Hayes, okay? All right. Hell yeah. Sick. In your defense, it looks like Reen, and a lot of people say Reen. Yeah, I've had a lot of like friends named Ryan in my life, and they've all been spelled R-Y-A-N. And that's the only way I've ever seen it spelled. So at first I was just like, Reen. Defendant's live stream is not a market substitute for the new. Dog! This is so fucking crazy. Ah, this is so funny, man. In like court documents, defendant. This is so deeply unserious. I'm sorry, but in court papers, seeing it just say substitute for the nuke. What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing here, man? This is so funny. I can't take this seriously. Oh, I can't take this serious. Like, this would literally be like if your high school bully bullied you and the thing wrote, defendant's live stream is not marked as a substitute for your high school bully. Like, people would, like, this is like something that could be used in a comedy bit. I'm sorry. This is amazing. This is awesome. The nuke, because somebody watching the former will have a very different... Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, that's awesome. We'll have a very different experience watching the latter. This is, oh. Anyone seeking to watch the nuke scripted and edited documentary would have a distinctly different experience watching defendants. Also, can I say something? Can I say something? This might be a little bit off the beaten path to say, but okay. The nuke, right? This whole nuke was to frame Hassan as this awful person, right? So I'm assuming that if I know how this works well enough, if this react to the nuke or whatever is being presented in the court, these people that are writing this have also, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, please tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm assuming the people there have watched this react to the nuke. Therefore, they have seen the nuke. Right? So, if that's the case, then don't you think that Ethan painting Hassan out to be this bad person, that if those things were correct, that the people watching this would have been like, holy fuck, Hassan's awful. We have to look after this Hassan guy now. We got to go chasing after this Hassan guy. Like, somewhere along those lines, something would, like, but no. All roads lead to Hassan. Him and Ethan need to fuck so Ethan can get over him. Oh, that's so funny. Like, this just... would have distinctly different experience watching the fragment start and stop live stream, which features spontaneous reaction, live chat interaction, sharp criticism, intrinsic source material. Happy Bride. Have you seen Ammon's animation videos? Ammon's animations. You know what? I'm very glad you just said that. You're not the first person to ask me this. Someone, was it a chatter that asked me this? Someone totally asked me this recently. Wasn't there a chatter? There was a chatter in here that loved animation videos. Ammon's animations. And this one chatter made me watch. Yes. I did see this.
Yes, we are being sued for copyright infringement. And it's been hanging over our lives like a cloud these past months.
Yeah.
We are being sued by Bold Guy.
Watch the Ethan one. Oh, is there a new one? Oh, the legend of Ethan Klien.
Yes, we are being sued. Kids, all boys, I've lost 100 pounds.
Yeah, we saw this. We saw this on stream. What chatters probably will remember this. It was one of the Ethan streams way back, because there was a chatter that made me watch this, and then made me watch, what was the other one? It was the chatter it was the fallen chatter that I always think about. I'm quiet, but the video's loud. Fuck! Am I louder now? Is it better? Cranked up my volume. How's my volume? Better? Yeah. Are we good? Do you guys remember that chatter that left? I think about this chatter all the time. It was the nicest chatter, and they left. Yeah, this is a good video.
I've pissed off 75% of the internet. Probably a lot of you guys too. I started a show a couple of years ago with my acquaintance, Hassan Piker, the Leftovers podcast, which we made broadly to
the little head
antics of the right. And we went on making the show for about 2 years and everything was good. Everyone was having fun, the audience was having fun, no problem. That was until this happened.
From the river to the sea essentially means the state of Israel is going bye-bye.
And over time, I started to learn that my co-host...
I forget how funny this video is.
I started to wonder if I had any idea who this guy actually is.
And then I had a terrifying vision. Had I been duped? Was Hassan presenting a Trojan
biblically
horse
accurate
to my community, where he was just a left-leaning Democrat like myself, and as he said in the previous video, was funneling them into radicalization and turning them against me.
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet, dude.
I learned how much he hates liberals.
Dude, I hate liberals, dude. I do. I hate them. I hate them so viciously.
Did he secretly despise me this whole time?
I'm sorry, dude. I hate liberals so much.
Did this man sit next to me for 2 years and pretend to be my friend? What else is some of this sociopathic?
I forgot all about
liberals
this.
Are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet.
Was I being manipulated this whole time?
Hello, everybody. This is Ethan Klein, host of the H3 Show. All right, so obviously I'm about to have a really uncomfortable conversation.
What is this
Let's see if I'm
YouTube?
hallucinating.
What is this YouTube update? What the fuck is this? Is anyone seeing this? Along the side, that little like grayed out play button, then the view counts right there. That sucks. I hate that update.
Big story breaking right now.
I've never known admin to include an actual video of people in his videos. Odd he would do it with. He would do it with a sign.
Is that since October 7th, Twitch has blocked the entire country of Israel from making new accounts. Secretly, silently, no statement, no explanation, has blocked an entire fucking country. How does that happen? The word Israel is considered a invalid word when you're trying to make an account. User from Israel.
You know what?
But hold on, before you answer.
Yeah.
But why does then both Palestine and Hamas are acceptable? This guy's name is I Love Hamas 123. That word. Yeah. Well, apparently that's dope. In his song, by his song, and in his community, I Love Hamas 123 is just another member of his community. I'm being real. It's just way too many coincidences. Hassan is on the homepage of that website every time I go there.
He's the most viewed live streamer live right now.
Yeah, because they keep putting him at the top fucking page every day.
Yeah, but yeah.
And no, but there's no. What's crazy is there's
One of the funnier parts about this whole entire thing about the whole fall off of Ethan is that he didn't notice how much quieter his own staff, like especially Dan, would get. Like Dan would go to contest something and just go, oh yeah, well yeah, but yeah, and Dan would just turn complacent to this whole entire thing. If it was made now, it'd be over the top. That's how as it's been a spiral for him. They would. Oh my god, I don't even know what this animation would look like if it was made today. I like. The fact that it's this scene right here is the one that lives in my head. This scene is funny right here.
Hassan, propagandist, lying scumbag, terrorist supporter. Hassan's the type of dude who watches himself in the mirror when he has sex. He probably sets up a mirror and jerks off watching himself.
I want to think about that.
Think about it.
Oh! That was that whole there. Then you guys. Oh! This was that whole entire thing of. Oh my God, New York. Look what he started today. This is the latest that Ethan Klein has played a role in right here. Hassan Piker, speedy, sex-obsessed life, soliciting nudes, lists of best breasts, separate laptop for porn. Oh my God. This was told to them by a friend. This is what he's like doing these days. He's getting these write-ups. Like, Hassan is living in his head. What the fuck, is that real? Yeah. New York Post. I mean, it's real, but it's like, I mean, give or take, New York Post, what they, you know, put up. It's not, this shit's not, it's all just accusations. It's like, because the reason why that was a whole thing. That was Ethan's whole thing, just hanging on for fruit. Let's see, hanging on for low-hanging fruit. He may be the communist of the left-wing life, but when cameras are off, the real Hassan Piker is sex-driven, sources claim. Oh God, this is so deeply unserious. Although he debuted more serious images, dying spectacles and suits for his broadcast, those goes to 34-year-old told the Post he's a very pervy, porn-obsessed frat boy. Impulses say they get in the way of him realizing his goal of making it mainstream. What is this? Off camera, he's stiff and impersonal. What is the point in writing this? I think I've met Hassan. I can say that is objectively not true. I can't tell how much of what he says he actually believes. He leverages to creep on a former pal, Sussy. Former pal is Ethan. NYP has been a joke for time. I know. It's like the Onion. So there's regular boasts about receiving nude photos from fans. That is not true. What the fuck? Nude photos from fans. How he claims to watch porn on a laptop dedicated to that purpose. Stupid, sexy. Whoa. Did you guys see that? Whoa. We went out for a moment. Man is horny. Sometimes the crazy thing to consider breaking news. A close friend Hassan Piker. Yeah, right. Piker this week was banned from speaking over his left-wing extremist views. Also, did you guys see this? I feel like, I don't know why I'm like all wrapped up in this. This has been like on my mind. But did you guys see this? I saw it on my feed earlier today and that shit cracked me up. Right here, look at this. More Pegasus just ruined his life. And then Hassan's editor stole the thumbnail style from Pegasus. Ethan's complaint is that Hassan can get hard. Camera can't handle the fap top. My nose is getting so itchy. I don't know why. I keep itching it. It's turning red. I'm gonna look like the frickin' the fuck. I know it's getting red. Look at this. Look, do you guys know about this? More Pegasus. I want to make sure I covered all of that with the Denims thing. I think I did. I think I covered it all. Sleeps under towel for sexual powers. Yeah, I covered all of this already. Okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't missing it. But you guys all saw this? Maybe some of you are in Hassan's community. I dig your stuff. It's been real. I'll be back for sure. Hell yeah, thanks, Chad. I usually try to stream. Chatters in this community know. Usually like 9 to 9:30 Central. Sometimes later nights I get on at 10. I usually post in my community page. If you want to join my Discord down below in the comments, I have a link to join the Discord. I always post in there. When I go live, you'll get a notification. I also post, like I said, right on my homepage here about it. And I usually let everyone know when I go live. Abio, oh hell yeah, thank you. Jeez, that's so nice. Thank you, chatter. Holy shit. Super chat. Thank you. I appreciate that, Abio. That means a lot. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging around tonight. I'm It's my first night back actually in a while. Holy crap, dude. Let's talk. Let's talk for a moment. Let's talk about that. I didn't even address that. I took some time off the goddamn computer. I mean, I loosely talked about it earlier, but I kind of like intermittently would tune in. I would intermittently kind of tune into some stuff going on, but I tried to stay like away from Instagram Reels and TikTok and even like making posts or anything. I just tried to like blank it all out, go out, touch grass, go see people, work. I like busted my ass. I've been working. So I'm looking literally in front of me right now is a list of editing work to do. I still have a fat list, but I got through the core of it. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just finished that one today. 7, 8. I have 8 work edits to do still. And then I have 3 personal edits. I filmed 3 podcasts with 3 different friends of 3 completely different walks of life that are, it's going to be a good episode. It's going to be really good. I can maybe, let's see. I wonder if I can show you guys one of them. All right, I'll hit one of things that.
That's usually all over the place.
Okay, let's see. I did one right here. I'll hit record.
You want to record the entire.
Let's see. I did. Boom. Oops. I don't know what that is. What the hell? What the helly? All right, I'll hit record. Oh, that was a YouTube video. All right.
Like music videos that usually.
Oh, I don't know. Why does it keep doing that? What the helly? What's going on? What is happening? All right. Well, I'll try to show you. I did one right here, my friend Steve. That one's coming soon. I did one with my friend Grace. That'll be coming soon. And I did another one with my friend Branford right here. So, yeah, podcasts are coming soon. Podcasts coming soon. There's always much going on online when you have to juggle life. Yeah. God damn, you guys are so nice. There's a lot of shit. How many of you are in here tonight? We got a BO, we got CHM, we got CM, HS, CM. What is a good name to call you? I always see you in chat. I feel like I don't address your name. We got Hay in here. We got Justin. We got Ryan. We got Hectic Glow. Holy, we got Violet. God damn. You guys came back. Woo! Sky is fine. Hell yeah. One of the few people who should actually have a podcast. Yeah. Podcast with famous people. Yeah. That's so I'm kind of trying to do more podcasts with people that are either like what I typically do is like people that skate or people that are like in my industry, because those are 2 things that I can just sit there and chirp about. Or another interesting thing would be there's a part of me that doesn't want to talk about this stuff on a podcast, because I have this like thing online where I have to draw a line between this and work stuff. And there's a couple people in this community. There's maybe like 5 people total in this community that know about my work stuff and know like every part of it. And they know that they should not talk about that in depth here. You know what I mean? So I try to keep those things as like separate, because the second that work people flood over to here, they're going to be like, the fuck is this guy doing? Like, what is it? Why does this guy care so much about internet drama? You know what I mean? And it sounds weird coming out of my mouth saying that, but it's like similar to like someone else that maybe, I don't know, maybe you like are a server at a restaurant, but you also don't tell the people at your restaurant that you, I don't know, I can't think of an example, that like you're not telling them about your like family outings or whatever, right? 100%. This is my guilty pleasure. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I don't know. There's been a couple work people that I've like tried to show in private. I somebody said my way of coping with the insanity of the world. Hey, you know what? It's mine too. And if your sibling thinks that, that's awesome. They're thinking the right thing. They're thinking the right thing. There's got to be a boundary there. Yeah, and I think it's important to have like, I try to draw boundaries with stuff. And hey, look, there's new chatters in here, so I'll repeat it again. But I think setting boundaries, not only for yourself, but setting just general life boundaries isn't... This music's chill. I'm digging this back. I don't know what the Japanese lo-fi thing is doing right now. This is totally something else. It's not the Japanese thing anymore, but I'm digging it. I hope it doesn't like copyright strike me and then just delete the stream. It's pretty chill. I'm digging this. Oh my god, dude. Should I even... All right. I'll continue my talk and then we'll look at this real quickly. But I feel like you got to have boundaries in your life. It's a good habit to have in general. I think you should have good boundaries because oftentimes, you know, especially like something in 12 people here. Hell yeah. I think, you know, like drawing boundaries with people only lets people know that it lets them know kind of where you draw the line. And if they don't know where you draw the line, they're going to walk all over you and they're going to just keep using you for that thing or whatever. And then you have to be like, you really got to like put your foot down. That's something I've gotten really good at in the last like couple of years, is just like, if someone says something to me and I don't like it or it doesn't hit right, I'm very quick to say what I mean instead of kind of like dancing around it and being like, well, kind of like sort of this one thing, but like you know, I don't dance around it anymore. I'm just like, you said something crazy. It's fucked up. You need to apologize. You know what I mean? It's like, what's the point in dancing around something? So yeah, that's why I draw boundaries. But yeah, it's been good. It's been good going offline. I think there's a healthy dose of online and offline. I noticed that being offline and not reading a bunch of wasting time reading things on Facebook or Twitter and all that, just for a little bit, it was good for me to kind of like mentally reset, recalculate, remind myself of like what's important in my life and what's important to those around me, and how I can be a better version of my own self around those that are close to me in my life, and more how to kind of be out of the internet headspace, you know? S-Man Gold! Oh my god! Oh! Let's go! Let's go! All right, S-Man Gold got in here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna watch this video.
Podcast.
I think some of you chatters are not aware of this, so we're gonna do this. What is up, S-Man Gold? We got my fucking Aussie mates in the chat. Let's go! All right, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, Noah Samson. Ethan Klein is suing me. We're gonna watch this because I think chatters in here there's chatters in here that are unaware of this.
I am getting sued by Ethan Klein. Ethan Klein, millionaire and host of the H3 podcast, has sued me for defamation. Here's the complaint. It's 31 pages, and I'm getting sued. About a year ago, I released this.
I'm gonna get banned from the continent of Australia. I gotta bounce. I have an interview tomorrow. It's almost midnight. Yo! Everyone in chat, wish Ryan good luck on his interview. Good luck, Ryan. Hope that interview goes well. I hope you get the job, because this job market is terrifying and you definitely deserve the job, okay? I'm hoping you get it, all right? Everyone wish Ryan good luck in the chat.
video, the YouTubers who backed the genocide. And in response, Ethan Klein immediately began threatening to sue me. Then, a year later, just 2 days before the statute of limitations was up, Klein filed his lawsuit. In the complaint, Klein alleges that I defamed him by falsely painting him as a supporter of the genocide of Palestinians. The complaint presents 6 allegedly defamatory statements, including the title and thumbnail of my video. And
Hey guys, I have something crazy to say about this. What up? Let's see, I just started a new job after 8 months of unemployment. Let's fucking go. Dude, chatters are hopefully all gonna get on the up and up here. Let's go, dude. Big chatter W tonight. Hell yeah. Dude, freaking, the world's getting worse. The world's getting worse, and, you know, I think going offline, too, is a good way to kind of sometimes cope with that, too. You don't always have to read the worst headlines. You know, you can just chill out for a little bit and then recuperate and come back. And then, yeah. All right.
make several claims related.
Hey guys, I have something crazy to say. You ready to hear it? Are you ready to hear this? I have a feeling that Noah is going to win this lawsuit. What do we think? 1. Do we think Noah's gonna win this lawsuit? Let's get a 1 if you think Noah's gonna win the lawsuit. I think we're gonna get all 1s in the chat. This is such a fucking joke.
To statements made about Israel, Palestine, atrocity propaganda, Nakba denialism, misinformation, and more. There's a lot of stuff in this thing.
Wow, it's crazy. Wow, that's wicked that Noah is anti-genocide. Wow, let's totally let's form a case against him because he's anti-genocide and he does not want innocent babies, women, children to die.
31 pages. For now, all I can say about the lawsuit itself is that I think Ethan's claims are meritless and I intend to defend against them. But to do this, I need your help. A full-length defamation trial can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I don't have that. So I started a GoFundMe. It's linked in the description in the pinned comment. You can also find it by searching Klien v. Samson on the internet. I set
Klien, okay, chat, how much do you think he, last I looked, he had $100,000. Klien v. Samson. How much do you think he's raised so far? It was like literally like 101,000 the last I checked. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. $116,000, 792 raised. Oh my god. Ethan Klein sued me for defamation. This will be used to cover law fees. Any funds in excess to 200,000 gold will be donated to Palestinian aid based. All money from the fundraiser will be donated once legal proceedings conclude. I wonder why he deleted the live stream though.
the goal at $200,000, but any funds we raise above this goal will be donated immediately to Palestinian aid, and any money that goes unused or is recuperated once legal proceedings conclude will also be donated. Last year, around the time of Ethan's initial lawsuit threats, we did a fundraiser for UNRWA, an organization that provides aid to Palestinian refugees, and we raised over $500,000, so it would be cool if—
Shit, is my stream volume low? Your speaker at 70 wait, let's see. Hold on, let me test something.
we could do something like that again.
Is my stream volume low? How's the volume? How's the volume doing? Is it good? Yes, no, maybe so. I think the volume's good. I think my chat volume was low earlier, so I adjusted that. I cranked that baby up. All right. I think it's good.
I'll be hosting a fundraising live stream this Friday, May 22nd, starting at—
I had to turn my volume all the way up before. Oh, but now you're good.
10 a.m. Pacific.
Here, let's do this. Here. I'll do this. Here, hold on. All right, we'll go up a little bit.
Time. It's a marathon stream, so it will go for 4 days straight, maybe longer. We'll have lots of—
You have it at max in your earphones? Fuck. All right, let's do this. Hold on. Let's do this. We're cranking up the volume. Fuck. All right. There you go. You can turn it down. Turn your volume, chatters. Turn your volume down. Turn your volume down just a little bit. All right. I'm going to hit plays. This might come out loud if you have full volume. I cranked things up.
To guests calling in to hang out, play games, or do tier lists or whatever else. So far, we've got FD Signifier, Boy, Big Joel, Denims, iDubbbz, Frogan, Elliot Sang, Chris Kunzler, Overzealot, Spooky Scary Socialist, Ahmed Sar.
Did you guys see what happened? Look at this. FD Signifier. Did you guys see this? FD Signifier and Bad
The following
Empanada
is a
got
segment
into it.
from my fundraising live stream for my lawsuit. It was a conversation between myself and FD Signifier, and then myself, FD Signifier, and Bad Empanada, and then myself and Bad Empanada. Just for some context, FD called into my stream. We were going to do a propaganda tier list, but then FD wanted to briefly speak on his recent interactions online with Bad Empanada. We ended up talking about him for longer than we'd intended, so then FD agreed to, thank you Anonymous for $12, agreed to have him onto the...
Did you guys see this whole entire... This was a whole fucking saga. I don't want to watch it all right now. But FD Signifier and Bad Empanada got into it. Maybe we'll get into this in another thing. But this was crazy. That there's like beef between them two now.
If
living well, but go ahead.
I mean, you denied it, and that's the entire reason we're talking here. Isn't that the
Before I
political
think
point?
before asserting his positions, you should let him just explain whether he thinks
Okay.
that.
So what I was saying there is that we live in this time of actual, like, real Jewish supremacy. Jewish supremacists are committing genocide against people who aren't Jews. Now you're pretending you believe in that. Oh my God. But anyway, so we have this situation, right, where Jewish supremacists are doing that. And one of the most important Jewish sects in the world, along with many other Jews outside of this Jewish sect.
Dude, Jesus fucking... I didn't want to get into that. Bad Empanada is freaking falling off.
Podcast has sued me for defamation.
I don't even want to get into that. That shit fucking crazy. I'm probably gonna actually log off here. I can feel my brain. I can feel my brain frying. My brain is fried. It's midnight. No wonder my brain is cooked. I've been also going to bed at a better time lately. That's been a thing. I've been trying to go to bed around like midnight instead of 4 a.m. So we're chilling. All right. I think that's going to do it. That'll do it. That's it for today, I think, folks. An hour and 56? An hour and 56 banger after not being on here for a long time? Let's see. What's the participants? All things considered, no gaming. I know, I still have to do a gaming stream. I know, I gotta figure that one out. Maybe we'll N64 it up. That's what we'll do. When am I gonna come back? 9:30. 9 o'clock, 9:30 Central is usually my stream time. 9:30 Central for those of you that are new here. When will I come back is the question. Well, not... Ooh. A good buddy of mine has a show tomorrow night, so I might go to that, so I might not stream. I feel like I should go to that. I think I should go to that. I should have him on this stream with me. He doesn't even know any of this internet shit, but he would probably die laughing at it all. I should definitely have him on here. Stream the show. No, people would freaking chase after me. June 8th. Maybe Monday? Maybe Monday night. Monday night, I think I can come back. And then... June... You know what? Next week's looking good. Maybe like Monday and Wednesday of next week. Let's do that. Let's aim for Monday, shall we? Let's do it. Thank you everyone for coming in tonight. Holy shit, we had a big night. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Beep, 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 beep. The 290 thing, we covered that. Beep, 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 beep. That's covered. I've got to say it. I got to say it. All right? I got to say it just because I'm here and it's on my mind. But Turbo Durden. Turbo Durden. We didn't cover the teen takeover. Fuck. All right. Check out the Jam podcast. Hey, guys. Check out the Jam. The teen takeover. There's been this like insane shit happening. Torben. There's been this insane teen takeover going on in Chicago lately. They've been flooding the streets, and it happens every time it gets warm. They come out and do their fucking thing. I don't know what they're doing, but these guys talk about it. So if you want to check that out, go to the Jam podcast. Other than that, I think we did it. We did it, folks. That was a little bit of a chopped stream for the first one back. Maybe I'll make some videos again. I feel like making a 10 or 11 minute video is OP. I need to get back to that. All right, I will. Get Jam on the stream. I mean, I've like hung out with them accidentally twice now, and I still haven't met them. I definitely should have said hi. Like sometimes it's hard to say hi to people though, because they were literally standing in a line the first time I saw them, busy talking to people, and then I saw them out in public again recently, and they were also talking to people. I didn't want to be like, I'm a fan. Hello. I know they would say hi, but if I catch them again, I'll say something. But good. There's some good dudes. So that's it. Love you all. Thank you everybody for streaming. Thank you all for streaming. Thank you all for watching. I'm the streamer. You're the watcher. All right. God, I'm freaking washed. All right. Love you all. Go do something nice for someone. Tell your homies you love them. Have a good night. I'll be back Monday. Look at me. I'm the streamer.